We know that Flagler County was one of the areas that had a tornado warning overnight.
Yeah, specifically in Palm Coast. That's where we find West 2's Bob Hazen. Bob, there was a lot of storm damage. Emergency crews are on the ground right now assessing things.
Yeah, and it certainly does look like there was at least strong winds, if not a tornado, that came through this area. Where we are right now is Belterre Parkway at Pine Lakes Parkway, and right now you can see a lot of the roads leading into the neighborhood here off of Belterre are blocked off. You can see the sheriff's office vehicle has the cones right there, and they're also keeping people from going in there unless they live in that neighborhood, as well as a school bus went in there a little while ago too. But all of the entrances into that neighborhood are blocked off, and I'm told that there's pretty significant damage that's inside the neighborhood. That includes power lines down and roof damage. In fact, I want to show you some pictures, if we have them ready for you, from Palm Coast Fire and the Flagler County Sheriff's Office that show some of the damage. That includes a car that flipped over in the middle of the road. So you can only imagine how much wind, how much powerful gusts had to come through to make that car flip over during this storm. Also, what we've seen, again, is power lines down. So that's one reason why they're keeping people from going into this neighborhood right now, because there is a dangerous situation in there. And the Flagler County Emergency Management has had their crews out here. They have a mobile command center just a short ways down the road at a park here. And they're monitoring the situation, as well as trying to get everything fixed back up and make everything safe. And they say as soon as they do get a little more look at what the damage is in there, we'll be able to go in there and see as well. But what we can see all along the roads here are these fences. In fact, I'm not sure if we're live right now with these pictures, but you can probably see right here in front, behind this house on Belterre Parkway, is this fence that's kind of ripped apart. Is one of these plastic or vinyl fences that all the panels have come out. We've seen that in a couple of different places all throughout here in Palm Coast. I also talked to some people in an apartment complex right next to where we are right now. In fact, the Pine Lakes apartments. And one woman said she woke up this morning, went outside and saw a tree down on her car. Luckily, it didn't cause a whole lot of damage, but there were some limbs down on top of her car. And there are numerous trees that have fallen in that apartment complex as well. And I could see there's a retention pond kind of thing in the middle of the complex, and there's been a bunch of chairs that got thrown into there, Adirondack chairs and so forth. So obviously some very strong winds came through here. Significant damage back in the neighborhood here along Belterre Parkway. This is the B section of Palm Coast. And as we get more information, also able to get in there and get some video of what's been going on, we'll bring that to you, of course. But one good thing I do want to tell you is that Palm Coast Fire says there are no reported injuries at this point from the storm that came through, even though there is significant damage inside the neighborhood. So back to you guys.
All right, Bob. Good to hear that no one has gotten hurt and there's been no reported injuries so far. We can see in that intersection behind you that people are headed to work. It's the morning rush. You started your shift this morning in Orange County. You've been making your way up to Flagler County this morning. What was it like driving on I-94, or I-4 rather, and 95 getting to Flagler?
Well, actually, we took a kind of a circuitous route to get here because of the fact that we were going to Ocala first to see some of what kind of damage might have happened there from the storm. So we came along 40 to get here. So for most of that way, it was pretty calm. I mean, obviously there were wet roads because of the rain overnight, but as we got closer to Palm Coast, that's when the rain picked up. And again, since we got here, there's been heavy bands that have come through as well, and the rain gets really strong. But right now, again, the concern is in this neighborhood. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thanks so much. We'll be